Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Schoolboy here, back with another review. We are back today with Bell Collective Season 3, Part 3 Reunion. And we definitely will be in here gagging and roasting this because this was just, I have so many collective thoughts on this. This reunion, just this is crazy. And I pick it up on a lot of things where Carlos King has a pattern with his shows. Just gonna talk about it for a little bit. But before we go ahead and get started, make sure y'all check out Hotline Bling Chat Room. It is executive produced by me and Chef Don Don. It does premiere every Friday at 9:15 Central Standard Time, 10:15 Eastern. So y'all make sure y'all get around there, like, comment, and subscribe, and catch up on those episodes. Also, as well, be on the lookout for School of Love, which is a new web reality dating series featuring me, where y'all will get to watch me navigate not only my dating life, my life in general. So y'all get a sneak peek into both things. And as I date, these women, and maybe find love. We're gonna see if we find love. We're gonna see if we gotta come back in. You know, so we just be on the lookout for that. That will be premiering this spring. And I just want to also let you know as well, if you would like to feature your Black owned business um, on any episodes of Hotline Bling Chat Room and or School of Love, go ahead and email us at the email below right here on the banner, which is admin@tcddproductions.com. We will get back to you with the different business packages. Just make sure you guys have a complete commercial already done. Meaning, everything, website, all the information for your product, and or whatever your Black owned business is. Even if you're a content creator and you would like your YouTube page to be featured on the show, make sure y'all go ahead and email us and get out to us that information. We'll get back with you and go ahead and link up with you. Make sure that y'all, at the bottom of the screen is my social media handles, which is my Instagram as well as my Twitter. The Cash App and the Venmo are also going across the screen. So if you would like to donate to the channel, you can do that as well. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and push the videos through the algorithm. I pretty much appreciate all the love, good, bad, or indifferent. Just want to let you guys also know we ain't got to fall out about everything or anything that I speak about. This is just my opinion, and everything spoken on my channel is alleged. If you get upset because we don't agree, it's okay. We can be adults. We can agree to disagree and move on. So let's go ahead and get straight up into this real quick, because there's not a whole lot on this third part of this Bell Collective reunion. And I don't understand why Carlos did 3 parts, because it really wasn't enough for 3 parts. You could actually wrap this up in 1 episode and would have been cool. But because he sat here for 2 episodes digging into Latrice, this is why we ended up with 3 episodes. We opened up with Latrice telling Josh, they're gonna have a conversation after they're done filming, not there. I just feel as though Josh did get his feelings hurt by everything that has happened with Latrice. I've said this on plenty of my reviews of this show. When you are friends with someone, whether they're married or whether it's boyfriend and girlfriend, girlfriend and girlfriend, boyfriend and boyfriend, however the scenario is, when people argue and fuss and fight and they may come to you to vent as a friend, not saying that you can't give your advice and voice your opinion, you can, but you do have to understand ultimately you are not going to, how do I put this? Your feelings may or may not be priority at all. It's always going to be their partner or their mate's feelings, because that's just what it is. You are not that person that they are going to sit up here and make sure and coddle your feelings. So if you are in your feelings about it, 9 times out of 10, it's not going to be a good look for you. Okay, you're going to end up with your feelings hurt in the end. And unfortunately, that's just the way it's going to go, you know. And that's usually how it goes. And ain't gonna keep it a buck 50. That's usually how it goes. they're going to stand by their mate and you're going to be the one standing out in the cold. And I feel as though Josh didn't know how to set that boundary, and Latrice should have set that boundary. They're just your boss and that's your friend, and there's a fine line. You have to cut the business from the personal off, and I think that they need to work on that. I hope that the friendship can honestly get back to where it needs to be, but I think that with everything that has happened, and then the fact that all of this is happening on camera, I don't know if it will go back blatantly to where it needs to go in regards to their friendship. I hope, because again, when people are in relationships and you don't care for how that partner treats your friend, it's a fine line to walk, and it's a hard line to walk without someone feelings getting hurt. But anyways, the next small segment, Carlos talks to Letitia and Glenn about their fake Tuesday acting all the season and them acting like they're having all these issues in their marriage. I honestly don't believe that they're having all these issues in their marriage. I believe they don't have a storyline, either one of them. She ain't got no real legit business. He ain't doing nothing but being on them tugboats and trying to fake this rap career. And in order for her to stay on the show, they're just trying to throw whatever on the wall to kind of make it stick and to kind of figure out what they're going to do to move forward. But the reality is they ain't got nothing going on. And so they just grasping at straws. And it's nothing personal towards them and how they choose to do this. But I would respect them a lot more if they were honest about what do y'all really got going on? Bump all the other stuff. What do y'all really got going on? So they talk about their re-engaged and renewing the vows, and I'm like, how the hell you get re-engaged and renewing your vow? Like, it's foolishness. Carlos claims that the scene that Glenn popped up was real. Liar, Carlos. Liar, liar, pants on fire. That scene was not. Because I'm telling you, if y'all think about it. Just walk with me and think about it. When Cliff pulled up on Latrice this season, Cliff wouldn't mic that off. Not one piece of mic. That's a pull up, and an unexpected pull up. That's definitely an unexpected pull up. Versus you sitting in front of someone, and then instead of this pull up, do come in fully mic. Come on. There's a difference. Like, Carlos, stop playing with our intelligence. We done watched reality TV way too long. I've been doing commentary on reality TV. That was a fake scene. They've been faking all season. Okay? That's just what they've been doing. They've been fake. So it is what it is. Letitia does say that they're having unprotected sex and they're working through their problems. And again, these are fake problems. Just like she got that fake Letitia Enterprises, just like that fake pop-up scene. It's all fake. There was, what pissed me off in this moment was that Carlos gave Letitia no smoke for her role in everything with Tambra, when Marie was on her live on IG and admitted that Letitia was the one that really dug into this and got the shit going with her, and then they collabed together to talk to Tambra's ex. She got no smoke and Marie got it all. I don't care for Marie, but I don't feel like Marie should have went down solo for that. Letitia should have her ass should have went down for some of that too. She should have been held to the fire just as much as Marie was, and that's just my opinion on that. We breeze on down to Carlos talks to Glenn and Cliff about their relationship, and Letitia agrees with Carlos that Lil Boosie is getting manipulated by Chris and by Cliff. I'm gonna tell you like this: can't nobody manipulate no grown ass man. Straight up. Lil Boosie don't have his own brain, his own mind to know that this might not be a good idea. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I should handle this a different way. He lacks that critical thinking skills. Really? Cliff got a hold on him like that, to that point that he literally cannot think for himself. I call BS on that. Letitia compares herself and Lil Boosie to Martell Holt and Melody. And I'm like, why is Letitia bringing this up? Because this is foolish as hell. Melody and Martell, first of all, ain't even on this show. And Melody and Martell's situation is way different than your situation with Glenn. Okay. Because you could never be Melody Holt. And when I say it like that, I say it in the manner of actually owning a real business and actually being successful and actually doing the things that you claim that you're doing now that we know you're not doing. Okay. And also, Melody left Martell. You're still over there dealing with Lil Boozy and going through fake arguments and faking shit for a storyline to stay on a reality show because y'all really ain't got shit going on. Okay. And you're trying to act like a housewife on Bravo and it ain't working over here. Okay. Sitting up there looking like a damn stuffed potato in foil on stage, looking so uncomfortable, and then sitting up here trying to act like, girl, it's the delusion for me with Letitia. Letitia gets to crying about how Cliff called Lil Boozy, about the stripper at JJ's party, for Sohuchi, and it's like really because you know it set back their relationship. If you was already having problems, that one phone call shouldn't have set it back no more than where it was already at. That's number one. And Lil Boozy didn't have to bring his dumb ass around there to go over there. If he was securing his manhood and his situation, why would if he had a brain, any half a brain, he would have realized running up behind something that Cliff said probably wasn't going to be a good idea. It probably was going to add more drama to your situation than you already had. So why not fall back and chill and get your stuff together with you and your wife? But again, this is where I say he ain't got no critical thinking skills and he can't use his brain for himself. He's worried about what Cliff is gonna like. It just again, what they should have been talking about in this moment, not all this fake hoopla with her and Lil Boozy and this fake storyline. What you should have been, what Carlos should have been asking you, should have been why was you all up in Tambra business with her ex, with Marie? You should have got smoke about that, but you didn't get smoke about that. We gonna talk about this fake ass storyline. I'm just so tired. I'm just tired. We next get into Akeisha and Willie and her health and her moving back to New Jersey. Akeisha's talking about her working out more for her health and says she doesn't want to go back and forth with people on Twitter. And I'm like, you ain't got nothing to go back and forth with nobody on Twitter about, honestly. I honestly forget that you're here, Akeisha, sometimes because there's nothing going on. Okay. Carlos asked her, what is it like with her working with Marie? And she says it was great working with Essie. Marie claims she retiring after 28 years. And again, retiring from what, ma'am? We've yet to really see you clinically working in Hamilton Davis at any of your clinics. We have yet to see you really doing anything besides sitting behind a damn desk with the Missy Elliott finger waves, being nasty, gossiping about everybody else on the cast and worrying about who everybody else sucking and fucking on. But we don't know nothing about you and or your businesses besides you chasing around your mammy around the city looking for her because she's still using and is not ready for help. But you exploiting her for a storyline, but at the same time worried about being in everybody else's business. But they said you had a little situation that you could have really talked about this season and you didn't. That your life is actually got a lot of stuff in it that's more interesting, but you're not bringing that to the show. Even Latrice said that on her Instagram live. So at the end of the day, I have some questions in regards to you. But again, where's your husband? Oh, your ex-husband, you claim. We didn't see nothing of your divorce, nothing of what happened with you. That's why I said, Marie, and again, retiring from what after 28 years? I'm curious. I seriously am curious because we haven't seen much displayed on this show about you business wise, besides you yelling at people, telling them, "Get your weight up, get your weight up." That's what you've been hollering like a banshee for 3 seasons. All right. So we get on Sohuchi and she talks about Selena and says Cliff is in the it says Cliff is in the closet. Um, Carlos asked in the closet about, what's really going on. And I'm just like, girl, what? Carlos asked, were they in a throuple with Cliff and Latrice? And she says, Carlos asked Latrice, was her and Cliff in a throuple with Selena? And she says that was so long ago, meaning when Cliff and Selena dated, it was over 20 years ago. So how does that even have anything to do with this show that's barely been currently on for 3 seasons and in 2024? Absolutely nothing. So Hoochie says that Selena was brought in to bother her and aggravate her, which I call BS. That lady's been in your life since some kids been on that show. Bring it on Lifetime. Okay. At the whatever, I can't remember what season and what point in which Selena said JJ moved on. He also dipped and dodged her for 2 years to sign the divorce papers because he didn't want to sign it. So when you did step in, you've been in for a while, for a long time. So I don't believe that Selena was ever brought in to aggravate you, because allegedly Selena's always been around and always been to Latrice's events way before this show was even thought of. So again, Selena only aggravates and bothers you because deep down in your spirits, if Selena told JJ to come on home, he'd be running home like Snoopy. That's what you're scared of. They did show how so Hoochie did threaten to throw the drink in her face, and that's why Selena reacted. I will say this: people argue with me all day about this on Twitter. What I want to stop happening on reality TV is folks throwing drinks on folks. And the reason why I say I want that to stop happening on reality TV is because you can't control how the other person reacts, or if the other person wants to jump up and whoop your ass after you do a drink on them. Because I'm telling you, you throw a damn drink on me, it's going to be on. I'm not going to be thinking about anything else but tossing you up. Okay. And we're going to be in here fighting. So I think that if people wouldn't, if you're going to go back with the war words, spar with your words. But I felt like So Gucci came in with a certain attitude. She was ready. Sophia was ready for this confrontation because she was looking forward to seeing Selena so she could confront her. And you were looking for a moment. You got the moment, and the moment that you got it, then you want to throw in fresh charges. And it's like, really? Let's not do that. Let's not do that. So for every action, there is a reaction. So you understand that you was gonna get some sort of reaction to the things that you just did. So it's just like, come on, lady, you have to take responsibility for your portion in this. Selena, yeah, she wanted to be Jazz, but you also have to take responsibility for you throwing a drink in someone's face. Then you one of them call the police ass people after you didn't aggravate and start something. Then you want to call the police. No, it's not. Come on now. Y'all got to start using logic with some of this stuff. Because if somebody, you have to put yourself in the same scenarios and situations. Somebody threw a damn drink on you. How would you feel? You wouldn't even be here for it. I know, I can guarantee y'all wouldn't be here for it. Sanjay and Sky come out to speak on So Hoochie, and they said they tried to make it work. But basically, they don't speak to them. And again, as a father, JJ should be embarrassed and ashamed that as a father, you're not speaking to your daughters over your wife. And at some point, you have to put your dick on the table and tell your wife, hey, these is my kids. They're going to always be my kids. Selena is always going to be the mother of my children. No, there's not a whole lot of parenting that needs to be done now because they all grown women. But at the same time, you need to respect them just as they need to respect you. But understand the moment that you started doing what you did to their mother, they're going to side with their mother. That's who birthed them. And honestly, and that is the person that's been that constant. And that is the person that they have been with all of this time. And I think at some point in time, this is where JJ got to be grown about the shit and really own your part in it too, sir. Because as long as you uplift so Gucci in her wrong, then there's nothing that can be solved between you and your daughters. And if you really want it solved between you and your daughters, you would make the effort to solve it. And it's clear you don't want to solve it, because if you really solved it with them, you know it would upset Sophia. So because you don't want to have to really check your wife for real and stop playing like you the man of the house, because I really do believe so Gucci runs that house. You just live there. You act like you running something, but you don't. Because if you was a real man, you would have been checked her. You would have checked everybody involved in this situation in each way. You would have checked your wife, you would have checked your daughters, and you would have checked Selena. But I do believe that this tension between Sophia and Selena goes deeper than this TV show, deeper than what we understand, because there's some real family issues going on here. And I do believe so Gucci is the type that, yeah, you talk all this blended family mess with this man, but you really ain't trying to blend shit. You want him to worry about you and yours, and the hell with his kids. And that's the energy that you give. You're a very insecure woman. And I clocked your slip. Your slip is showing real bad. The girl says she's petty for pressing charges. They said she pressed charges and ain't no coming back from that. And it's true. Once you start press charges by mama and you want some, man, gone. Bye, Felicia. And that's really how it's gonna be. Because it really didn't even need no charges pressed, because lady, you threatened to throw a drink in her face. Production showed it and played it back. You said it multiple times. You started aggressing her. Then you called her an extra. Like, you were doing shit. You aggravated the situation, and you want to step back and act like innocent, and you not. And then your husband don't want to check you and let you know that you're wrong. It's levels to this for me. JJ claims that he wouldn't have a woman around his kids that didn't respect them, and says that their mother wasn't around, and claims he raised them and that he was strict. I'm gonna tell you this, JJ. I've watched you. Shout out to Millie Chun TV, who did a interview with him. I've watched you get on social media platform, go from black woman content creator to black woman content creator, pushing this same narrative and making it seem like Selena was an ain't shit mother. And that's exactly how it comes off to me. And let me tell you something, that's the mother of your kids. And if sometimes she fell short and you had to pick up the slack, that's no reason to get out here and down her. Just like I'm quite sure when you fell short, she picked up the slack, but she ain't never been out here on anybody's social media platform downing you. She ain't never went to nobody talking and doing interviews and telling you how sorry of a father you were. It speaks volumes of the type of man you are to even do that, because that's the mother of your children and your ex-wife. If at anything, you at least would have some respect. And the fact that you don't have any respect is what bothers me, because that tells me you're out here doing this to appease your image and the image of that raggedy wife they got. And that's really sad and pathetic that you're doing that. And any black woman content creator, you couldn't have sat in front of me and told me some shit like that or talked about Selena in that nature, because I would have told you, whoa, 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 not here, bro. I understand you want to tell your side of the story, but what you won't do is dog that woman when she's not in the presence to defend herself, and in a way that puts her down like she just was never there for her children. I don't like, I really don't. And I don't respect JJ for that at all. Carlos stops the conversation and says that he stopped it, because it got heated, started getting heated between JJ and his daughters, Sky and Sanjay. And, Carlos King wants to step in and say, it's getting heated. I want you to stop going over. You only get one parent. He lost his mother. And then here go Akeisha chiming in. We didn't even ask you. I don't have a mother. Let me tell y'all something. Let me just say this. People always want to throw honor thy mother and father so that your days may be longer. But y'all always forget about that part of parents should not provoke the child. At the end of the day, respect is given. I don't care if you're my parent or not. Treat me with the same respect that I want to be treated. And then I don't care if my parent becomes toxic to my life, I will cut you out of it. Absolutely. Because my peace is all that I have. And I'm not going to allow you to disturb it with Miss, especially with Miss, that it's not conducive to my life. And especially when I'm telling you the truth and I'm pouring my heart out to you and you're ignoring my feelings. And as far as I'm concerned, JJ is not listening to his daughters. He's listening to react. And he's so worried about So Gucci's feelings and not checking her on where she's lacking at, that you're messing up the relationship with your daughters. So just like they only have one father, them and him as a father, he only got 3 daughters. And if you're willing to crash out your relationship and not really talk about it and not really get to the bottom of it, that says a lot about you. It really does. And just because of your parent doesn't mean they have to be in your life. That means they're going to bring toxicity and harm. And that's on period. And so y'all get in the comment section. Y'all can be mad about what I said. I said what I said. I don't deal with stuff like that. I'm not going to deal with stuff like that. And I don't feel like these girls should have to deal with stuff like that when their father is not willing to check the woman that's in his home, because she's clearly a part of the problem. And from what I see watching the show, she's been a part of the problem for a long time. And JJ refuses to see it. He does go over there and hugs them. And then they go, once everything is wrapped up, he does go to the back, talk to his daughters about making amends and moving forward. And again, it ain't going to move forward until he checks his wife. And that's just how I feel. Because unless you can get your own household together, once you get that together, then everybody else can act accordingly. But I wouldn't really have shit for you either if you press charges against my mom. I'm just keep the buck. The show ends and they say what they're all doing moving forward. And that pretty much was the season of Belle Collective. And that's it. Ain't got no more. Kind of is what it is with that. I would give the season. Well, I can't even say this is a season. Well, yeah. If I give the whole season as a whole, I would give it a 6 because it could be better. I do see that Belle Collective can edge down the road of toxicity like Carlos King's other shows. And I feel like it can very much so go there. I did shout out to Chef Don Don. I have been in his lives, and he has said that there is rumor that one Belle will leave and then there will be a new Belle. So it's a lot of speculation on who might go, who might stay. We'll have to see next season when they do come out with actually season 4. I will be reviewing Love and Marriage DC. That does start back up this week, so I'll start reviewing that as well. We'll drop that into the roster in the rotation. So now that Belle Collective is off. But that's it. I ain't got no more. Make sure y'all check out this brief video on the way out. Y'all have an amazing Monday. Stay safe. Stay blessed. Okay. And I hope y'all feeling a new look. I just got my hair locked. Shout out to Demi. She locked my hair up. So, my hair with the fresh locks out here. So y'all let me know what you think. But I'll check y'all in the next one. Bye. Peace.
The Chef Don Don Productions presents School of Love, honey. A new LGBTQ web reality series in the big city of Dallas, Texas. If you are interested in dating schoolboy, make sure you get those applications in right now, just in time for school to be in session.